What is up, guys? Today I'm gonna show you a trade. Whoops. Don't do that. No. Trade recap. Now, so let's talk about it. So the action today wasn't necessarily the best. The pairs were very different, and I mean, if you just look at this absolute disaster right here, it probably should have expected it with sell-off coming. There was nothing really up there to trade. No setups necessarily for me. Now, I had draws on liquidity. These was a draw on liquidity, and this was a draw on liquidity. Now, so NAS comes down, takes this draw on liquidity, and now you expect ES to run to the highs. That's probably one of the most probable setups there, is expecting this move, maybe. I don't know. It was hard because you're really just consolidating and waiting for like a clear thing. I mean, you just get a buy up. But the trade I took was a micro L because I monitored my stop loss. But basically, so NAS comes down, takes these lows, rallies back up, respects this 15-minute fair value gap that I'll mark out for you right here, and respects that pretty well. Now, and then causes SMT down there too, causes ES to come up and run these highs inside this 4-hour or 1-hour fair value gap. Which one is it? 4-hour, 1-hour. It's a 1-hour. But so this is the area I was looking for. I was looking for us to come up into here and then sell off this way like this. And I'm still very bearish bias if I'm being overall honest with you. And like that move right there would have took us into nice premium range, which it did. So overall looking at this, it's really not a bad trade that I took. It's just like I think I should more recognize the action that is happening and realizing that it's not a clean action. We're kind of chopping all day. But the entry came after we get this big sell-off. We get a nice market structure shift. You get nice displacement to the downside. Now, I was very happy with waiting for a retracement because we had this 5-minute fair value gap along with this, along with all these lows down here, and I honestly was expecting price to go lower after we took these highs because I figured, we'd come down, take these highs, and then we would start to sell off because the overall time frame, I mean, we are an hourly structure, I guess, but thing is, NQ broke hourly structure. I don't know, the price is very weird today. They're two very different pairs today, that's for sure. But yeah, so we'll go back to the trade. We get a nice sell-off on the 5-minute, which is nice. We get a nice market structure shift right here on the 5-minute break structure. I'm looking for a rebalance to then continue lower. I zoom in. I really wait until price gets all the way up to here, hits equilibrium of the fair value gap, hits the fair value gap and discount. I enter. I get a pretty solid entry, honestly. There's a freaking gnat on me. What the fuck? My overall entry is probably like here. It was around this area right here. Yeah. And I had my first stop loss was all the way up in yonder, and I was targeting these lows right here. So it wasn't bad 1 to 2. Not tight stop loss at all. Honestly, if I'm being honest, not too good. But overall, we entered that. We started getting movement down. So right away, I moved my stop down to here. And eventually, I have it right at these highs. And I loved the displacement we got right after hitting the level. If I'm being honest, like this move down right after hitting equilibrium gave me a lot of confidence we were at least coming here. I at least wanted to see this area hit. This was the low-hanging fruit to me. And there is a mistake I made. So this was the entry right here. We chop, 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 chop. I end up getting stopped out for a small loss. Way to manage your stops. The same trade was on NQ, and looking at it, it probably the reason I didn't take it on NQ is because one, NQ doesn't come up to discount like ES did, and this was the draw on NQ. So what I should have done is when we got this movement down, we created a very high time reaction SMT. I recognized it as a 1-minute SMT. I didn't recognize it. So we had a nice double SMT here, which I didn't necessarily recognize, and that is completely on me as a trader. I need to be more aware of that. So we were just battling in this area. It was only a matter of time before we broke out to the highs. But that SMT right there comes off of this low all the way. Which low is it? That's the be this low, would it not? No, we already took that. It would be off this right here. like that. There's the SMT there. I didn't want to see this hold. I wanted to see us continue to sell, but looking back at it now, I probably should get on my position there once the SMT is created and we get buying pressure up. And I was really just waiting, and I ended up getting stopped out. So not a bad trade overall. I mean, not a green P&L trade. It made me made me negative on the week, not by a lot, but by a little bit. So that's okay. I mean, it happens. But overall, nothing to really stress about in my opinion, just because that trading's a longevity game. It's not about, getting rich quick, and it's about getting better as a trader overall. And there's a lot I can learn from this. I mean, recognizing that the SMT is not in my favor, I needed to get out of this trade, which if I would have recognized it, I definitely would have secured some profits. And it also shows like I didn't align time with price, because if we're sitting here consolidating, that means we're not going to go lower. We're going to go higher. But yeah, heading into the week, it was an alright week. We had a good trade Monday, but other than that, nothing really too hot. Yeah, that's all I have for you guys. Join the Discord in the link in the description. It's free. You can join in there to talk, ask questions if you have any. If you enjoy this video, please subscribe and like it. I mean, it means the world to me. But yeah, that's it for today. Thank you guys so much.